All right, here are the solutions to 14, 15, and 16. And so we're in exponential functions and their graphs. So for number 14, we're simplifying, and we have some kind of unusual exponents. So for part A, I want you to kind of think back to an easier problem. If I gave you something like x squared times x to the fifth, you would keep the base and you would add the exponents. So we're going to do precisely the same thing here. We're going to keep the base. We are going to add the exponents. So remember, when you're adding square roots, you think about the number in front. That would be a 1. And that would be 6 to the 2 square roots of 3. Now for part B, we're doing a power raised to a power. So again, if we think about an easier example, a power raised to a power, we multiply our exponents and we keep our base. All right, so we're going to keep our base. We're going to multiply square root of 2 times square root of 8. Remember, for multiplying, we keep the square root. 2 times 8 would be 16, but 16 is a perfect square, so that just comes out to be x to the 4th. Moving on to number 15. Now on graphs of exponential functions, I want you to be able to identify the basic shape. So this one, since the base is less than 1, this is exponential decay. All right, so anytime this number is less than 1. And this one is exponential growth because our base is greater than 1. So I'm just going to do a real quick sketch. All right, so all I really need for part A is I really want 2 points. So we have the point 0, 1. This is going to be on both graphs. That point's always on the graph. Now, exponential decay starts high and drops quickly, and then it's going to skim that x-axis. So it's important that it never crosses the x-axis. And the only other point you really need to give me would be this point right here. Maybe not the best drawn ever, but that's going to be 1, 1/2. So the 1/2 is matching the base right there. All right, so for part B, I want exponential growth. So this one's going to start low, and then as you come through, it gets big quickly. All right, so I'm looking for that basic shape. Again, we never cross the x-axis. And again, we have the point 0, 1. So that's common to both of them. But then we should also have the point 1, 2. And again, the 2 is matching my base over here. All right, and that's all I need for a graph on 15. All right, now 16 is a multiple choice. So we know we have something in this form. So I need to think about, do I know anything about B? And if I look at my graph, I can see that this graph is showing exponential growth. So what I know from there is that B is greater than 1. All right, so that takes out anything that has a base less than 1. So all of these are going to be out. So we're going to cross all those out. All right, so now I want to go back and I want to look at K. So K shifts us up or down on our graph. So remember from the previous problem, exponential growth should always have 0, 1 on there. So if I find that point and go down 1, 2, 3, 4, I know that I shifted down 4. And what that tells me is I should have a -4 on my graph. So that takes out all of these, and your correct answer would be 5 to the x minus 4.